Me and Henry both had diabetes. I was 5 when I got diabetes. My favorite class is probably social studies. In my free time, I like to dance and just hang out with my friends and play basketball.
I like to be outside doing anything, really.
When my children were first diagnosed with diabetes, I felt overwhelmed, to be honest. But I did a lot of research.
When I learned that I had diabetes, I was scared because I knew that Henry had it and that it was difficult to handle.
I have a lot of support from my friends. One of my friends in the 4th grade, he went up and told my teacher that my sugar wasn't right. So he took me to the nurse and we got it right again.
It's not that hard living with diabetes day to day, but sometimes it can be.
I've had diabetes so long, it's sort of natural for me to check my sugar.
Well, people don't understand, like, if they think that you cannot have sugar at all. They're like, well, you can't have this because it has sugar. It's like, yeah, I can, but I just have to count for it. We probably check our sugar 8 to 10 times a day.
If you're just diagnosed with diabetes, just hang in there. It's not the worst thing that could happen to you in the world.
I would like to encourage other participants in the SEARCH program to continue as long as they are willing to do these studies.
I'm type 2 diabetic. A lot of my friends don't really know. It's not like, it doesn't come up in casual conversation, and the people know, they're like, oh my gosh, you have diabetes, and they'll pity me and they'll be like, well, I'm sorry you have diabetes, you do this, and ask a lot of questions. I love Teacher Cadet because I really want to be a teacher, and I get to go out to Forest Heights Elementary and interact with the kids, and it's a lot of fun.
Until Margaret was first diagnosed with diabetes, she was in middle school, and I was very upset because I felt like I had failed her somehow.
I think she feels like because I got it, it was all her fault. And she was trying to go to work and provide for us so that we could get out of this house, so we could get our own house. My biggest frustration would be remembering to do it every day and actually feeling like doing it. I know you'll never feel like checking your blood sugar 3 times a day or taking a pill the size of your arm every day. My sister and my mom are my 2 biggest supporters. At the beginning, it was kind of scary because I didn't know what the SEARCH study was about. I was just learning what diabetes was, how to take care of myself, and it really helped me to learn, okay, this is what's going on, this is what I need to do.
I think the main benefit of the SEARCH cohort study is that we have the opportunity to learn how people living with diabetes can improve their health and their quality of life. And that's by linking the day-to-day experiences of people with diabetes to their health status that we measure as part of the SEARCH cohort study. The South Carolina SEARCH site is a very large site, and we are looking to include close to 800 kids and young adults in the SEARCH cohort study. We're the only site in the South, and our site includes over half of the African American youth and young adults in the study, and we've been privileged to have their participation because it really does help us understand diabetes as it affects everyone's lives.
They are invited to participate in an in-person data collection research visit. During this visit, we will administer several questionnaires. We'll collect data about their diet, about their physical activity behaviors, about their family history, but we will also measure things in person. We are hoping to learn to identify the risk factors for the development of chronic complications and acute complications in children with diabetes. We're hoping to understand how to care for these children so that we can prevent these complications in the future.
anyone can get diabetes, and there are different forms of diabetes. So type 1 diabetes can occur in youth of different minority race and ethnicities, not just white kids, as people often think. And on the flip side of that, white youth can develop type 2 diabetes, and oftentimes we think of type 2 diabetes in kids as a problem just of minority populations.
I think they should join the SEARCH study so then they can at least try and find a cure for diabetes.
People should continue with the SEARCH study because it's something that's really helping us to understand more about diabetes. There's so much that we don't know about the disease, and there's so much that we can learn, and we need more research.